everyone, it's Sharonda from Para Waits. Today I'm going to be reviewing American Horror Story, okay, season 10, how do you say it? American Horror Story, Red Tide, season 10, episode 2. That's a lot to say. Okay, so I think for the sake of the videos going forward, we're just going to say American Horror Story, Red Tide, season 10, episode 2. Okay, I'm sorry. We had to get that out of the way. So, the episode picks up right where it left off. We see that he is getting into the car to leave because they have had enough. They done had to kill somebody. They had a break-in. They got a crappy sheriff. They got wannabe Jared Leto's going around everywhere. And so they just said it's time to go. But the pill kicks in. Remember, he took the pill at the end of the episode. The pill kicks in. He sees all of these words, these visions, these scripts, okay? He saw that manifestation. Really wasn't manifestation because he was like taking drugs, but that's a whole story for a different day. But he decides, he's like, hey, I need to start writing. He grabbed a computer. The wife looking like, I'm sorry, I thought we was finna get on the road. He starts writing, and the girl, Alma just like, okay, well, I guess I ain't gonna see no roadkill today. I guess I have to start playing the violin again. And so essentially, we see that him and the daughter get into it basically because the daughter out here snitching about she saw him take a pill, okay? And so that's why he acting all crazy. She out here snitches get stitches. And so essentially, he didn't have to shade his daughter like that. You didn't have to talk about your daughter like that because your daughter is good at the violin. She just need a little bit more practice. You didn't have to shade her like that. So she done ran up the stairs. Doris looking at him like, sir, you know you can't talk to your kid like that. Then they end up giving into it. And then basically saying, throwing shade at her, talking about, well, I'm sorry, I can't just walk out on every job like you do. I said, I was like, what? What? I was just like, wow, that's mad disrespectful. So basically, Harry was giving everybody the damn business. I was just like, I'm not trying to be around for that because I don't want him to read me for filth like he read his daughter and his wife for filth at the same time. But we see Dora's about to give him the business. I think she was about to be like, you know what, square up right now. Because I should have told you to square up after you told me about the family that got killed that you knew about before you brought your family down here. But now we've had enough. I think she was finna tell him we just gonna have to fight right now. But I guess she said, you know what, I'm pregnant. I can't be doing this right now. So she basically leaves him be. And so she ends up giving him something to eat later as he's been writing. And then he takes a bite of the sandwich and then he starts... he throws up basically. And I was like, oh snap, this fool finna turn into a damn vampire. Like he can't even eat food no more. So we see that he's been writing all night into the morning. Doris comes back downstairs after his ungrateful behind talk trash about the sandwich that she made for him. And she reads some of the pages and she was like, babe, this is really good. And he was like, I know. I said, sir, now, okay, you might know you did something good, but be like, thanks, babe. Like, I appreciate it. He gonna be like, I know it's good. I said, this fool just ain't learned nothing. So essentially, he ends up going to the grocery store to try to get some food. And then all of a sudden, he had this craving towards the meat. And I was like, this fool really turned into a damn vampire so he could write some scripts. So then we see that the grocery store owner basically comes up to him. Actually, no. Before he got to the grocery store, he ran into the group of Jared Leto wannabes. And essentially, they looked like they was finna eat him because they was eating one of the animals in the middle of the street. It looked like they was finna eat him. And then they was looking like, oh, no, homie, you smell a little funny. You a little different today. You don't seem as appetizing. So they backed up. He gets to the grocery store, gravitates towards the meat. Then the owner is like, hey, like, you need meat to write? And then he was like, yeah, I just got a craving for it. He was like, your dumb ass took that pill. He didn't say that to him, but that's what he should have said to him. But, of course, Karen pops up out of nowhere. She was like, you took that damn pill, didn't you? Didn't I tell your raggedy behind? Didn't I tell you to take your ass home? I told you to do that, didn't I? And you took the pill, and now you done effed up. So she started cursing him out like she's been doing for like 2 episodes now. And basically she ends up leaving. I was just like, is there ever going to be a time when you not cursing Harry out every single episode? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But I'm just saying, if there were ever be an episode that you don't curse him out, I would be pretty shocked. And so we see that he ends up going home. And essentially, he started drinking the blood. He started taking the meat out. I said, well, baby, you're not going to put it in a Ziploc bag at least and freeze it. You're just going to waste that meat. Then the fool chopped the meat up, put it in the blender, so he can get more blood, drank all of that, and I was disgusted. At that moment, I was disgusted, okay? Because I was just like, you didn't even get the good type of meat. Like, you just picked anything. You didn't want to get no premium blood. Like, I was just, it is what it is. But essentially, Austin and Sarah, they're outside looking at him, looking in like, oh, I missed that. I missed that, that feeling that first time you took it and you got all these words to get out. And they're basically like, well, he's going to have to eat more. His meat is not going to be able to sustain him in order to keep knocking out these scripts. Also, too, Austin decided since, there was no name for the pill before, he was going to call it the Muse. And I was like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. That's where you met him. Like, okay, the Muse, like the pills give you, like that's the Muse to get the juices, the creative juices flowing. So I was like, that was pretty clever also. I just wanted to give him a shout out for that because I thought that was cool. But we see that Doris says that she basically like, okay, baby, you done with your scripts and stuff now? You cool? Because I was trying to be a supportive wife, even though I needed to like beat your ass for last episode and the beginning of this episode. But I was a supportive wife. I let you do your thing. You sent the page to Ursula. Now we can get the hell up out of here, okay? So he basically says like, oh no, I need to the end of the week. And she said, oh hell no, we're not staying to no end of the week. Now if you want another day, you have a day, but we're not staying to the end of the week. But in the midst of all of that, she ended up cutting her dang old finger, and this fool just trying to suck all the blood out of her finger. I said, sir, you don't see that you like sucking the blood off her finger? You don't think that's a little weird? Like, you didn't even go through, normally they go through something like, oh my God, what has happened to me? My man's just taking it wherever he can get it, how he can get it. So she pushes him off, and then he basically ends up going to see Austin to ask him about the pills. And so this is where we get into a little backstory about the pills, which I thought was pretty interesting. So the pills, if you are a creative of any sort, then the pills would just make you even better. It would make you the creme de la creme version that you want to be. However, if your raggedy behind ain't got no talent, then you gonna turn into a Jared Leto wannabe, okay? So you can be creme de la creme, or you gonna turn into a Jared Leto wannabe if you don't have any creativity. So that's why we got all the creepy Jared Leto wannabes walking around everywhere. So we see that he ends up telling Doris that, hey, we can leave in the morning. Like, I understand. I'm going to do whatever it takes for this family, until he gets a call from Ursula. And Ursula is basically like, hey, guess what? They loved your script. They greenlit it. Joaquin Phoenix finna be working on it. Netflix and offer you like a whole deal, or overall deal. And he was like, oh, we finna be rich? Like, oh, snap. So everything going good, okay? Everything's going fine. But then he ends up meeting up with Austin and Sarah again, and basically they take him out for a little treat. They take him out to eat. So they basically explain the rules to them. It's like they can't kill anybody in the town. The previous sheriff used to look the other way. However, the raggedy sheriff now, she's not letting any of that stuff happen because she's trying to chill. She's trying to just get her, her pension, her 401k. She ain't trying to do no extra work until retirement. So essentially, you can't kill anyone in the town. Then also too, you wear gloves. And then they explain how they find people like criminals, people that people wouldn't be looking for, people wouldn't miss. And so they found this dude on Craigslist who was desperate for money, who basically stole stuff and put it on Craigslist to sell for money. And they go to his house and they end up killing him. So he's not feeling too good about this. Because, I don't know about y'all. We just out here killing bodies, drinking blood and stuff. He's not feeling too good about it. But essentially, we see, I guess he finally he's okay with it, but then Sarah tells him, hey, you been a little sloppy. I need you to go see the dentist, Dr. Feldman, so they can take care of you with them teeth, so you can basically not be wasting all this blood, okay? Because we need a whole body to keep us going for a whole week. So we see that Dr. Feldman is actually Billy Lord, and I thought it was cool. So basically she ends up shaving his teeth. They shave their teeth down, their actual teeth. They turn them into fangs so they can eat easier, cleaner, not waste any blood. And essentially they'll put caps on top of them to cover their teeth so they look normal to everyone else. And so yeah, she basically was getting him all jazzed up. But in the midst, actually, I'm gonna get back to Alma real quick. Let me talk about Mickey and Karen. So Karen is basically staying with Mickey. Mickey was like, hey, I'll let you come. It's cold outside. You can come stay with me. It's cool. So they talking, and Mickey hey, I'm finna take these pills. I'm trying to be somebody. If you wanna be somebody, sorry. I don't know why Sister Act 2 has been on my mind too. I'm sorry. But that's what I was thinking. So essentially, he says that he wants to take the pills, and Karen was like, yeah, like I should take the pill too. But she was like, what if you're not creative? He was like, Beach, I am creative. He didn't say that, that's what he should have said. But then he was like, well, Beach, you paint pictures and stuff, so like, you'll be fine. And she was like, no, I don't want to be like them. And I was like, so Karen, like, so what are we here for? What are you doing? You want to live like this? People think, I didn't know tuberculosis was like, I didn't know it was contagious. I didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe because we just don't see a lot of people walking around with tuberculosis. I don't know a lot of people about tuberculosis. But I was like, that was really nice of Mickey, even though it can be contagious if you're around somebody for a very long period of time. But I was like, that was really nice of him to have her there. But so Mickey ends up taking a pill. And Karen just sitting there looking like, oh, I should have took this damn pill. I was like, well, bitch, you can still take the pill. He had more than one pill, ho. Just go ahead and do what you need to do. But she's like, I don't want to be like Sarah and Austin. But bitch, you sitting up here stealing babies, giving it to Sarah. So you ain't no better. You might as well take the damn pill. Will it cure your TB? Like, would you be better? Just... Karen, I just need a backstory on Karen because she just frustrates me sometimes, but I do appreciate how she curses Harry out every single episode. Don't ever change that about yourself, Karen. So, but, you know, while I was thinking when the daughter kept messing up on her violin, I was like, this hoe finna take this damn pill. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call the baby a hoe, but I'm just saying, like, she made me mad because she making poor decisions, but her mama not really watching her like she should be watching her in order for her not to be making these poor choices. This girl ended up taking the damn pills to play the violin. I ain't gonna lie, she was slaying the violin afterwards, okay? Then she ended up passing out. She got back up. She started playing again. And mom come in like, Beach, can you just stop? Just give me an hour. So I go to sleep. I got a headache. And then basically the girl shaded her like, you know what? You so basic that you think this is okay for me not to be practicing, okay? Because you a basic bitch. That ain't what she said, but I was just like, that's kind of what you said to your mama. So she was being mad disrespectful. The mom then took the damn violin and she was like, go to your room. And I was like, but girl, them words cut deep because she had to cry herself to sleep. She had to cry herself with her headache to sleep for the nap after the daughter was basically being so damn disrespectful to her. But in the midst of all of this, we see that Harry killed somebody in the town. I was like, sir, that's not what you was supposed to be doing. Like, you already not following the rules. It ain't even been 24 hours. He being greedy because they said you only needed a body a week in order to, like, still be able to do what you need to do. And also, too, they talked about how they only do this for a couple of months, to get they work for a couple months, get all their scripts out for the whole year. They make their money, they chill for the rest of the year, because once you stop taking the pill, you lose the creativity. That's just one of the side effects of the drug. And so essentially, Doris wakes up from the nap to give the violin back to her daughter. She's looking for her, she can't find her. Asks her raggedy ass husband, hey, where is Alma? And he was like, I'll try to go take a walk. I was like, sir. Just a couple of days ago, like, you just killed someone in your house for breaking in, okay? Then the Jared Leto wannabes chasing them on their walk, and you let your daughter go outside? Like, I was totally here for the dragging that Doris tried to give her husband, but when he basically said, like, you act like this every time you get pregnant, I said, okay, Doris, if this the time, this 3 strikes you out. It's time for you to tell him to square up and beat his ass. But she decided she wasn't going to do it, and essentially she goes looking for her daughter. Then she ends up finding Alma in the dang on graveyard, sucking blood because the girl done took the dang on pill. So I don't know what's going to happen. I was sitting here thinking, I was like, well, at this point, since they've been dragging you, your wife, your husband and your daughter been dragging you the first 2 episodes, I mean, is she not creative enough since she's an interior designer? We saw with Leslie, like, she said that you didn't need to be a writer or anything like that. As long as you're creative in any field, it works for you. So maybe the wife can take it, but I don't know, can she take it while she's pregnant? And if she take it while she's pregnant, would the baby end up being a vampire? I don't even know if they're really vampires, because it seems like they're seasonal vampires, because they're only vampires certain months out of the year. So I don't know how that works. They walk in daylight. I don't know what's happening. But we saw that they mentioned the chemist, and then I saw Angelica Ross That's her? Yeah, I didn't make that up. Angelica Ross, we saw that she is the chemist, and she's going to be making an appearance next week for the episode. So I'm excited to see where this is going, but I need to know, can Doris take the pill, or is she just a basic bitch, and she ain't really got no talent, and then she going to turn into a Jared Leto wannabe? These are the questions that I need answered. And if Karen takes it, since we know she is talented, she's an artist, will it cure her tuberculosis? Will it cure her horrible teeth? Will it also cure the just terrible eyebrow thing that we have going on with her? Will it cure all of these things except for cursing Harry out every time she sees him? I don't want that to ever go away. But I have a lot of questions now. I'm interested. I'm still interested. I can't call them, I'm calling them seasonal vampires because I don't know if they're really vampires, because you can pick and choose when you're a vampire just to get your work done. So I don't know how this is going to work out. But now I got to figure out how this is going to work with Alma. Poor Doris going to be cooking all this food that can't nobody but her and the baby in the stomach eat. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm excited. I want to see the chemist. I want to see what the interaction is like. I want to see what the consequences are actually going to be for Harry killing somebody in the town. What the Raggedy Sheriff is going to do. I don't know, but you still have my attention. You have my attention, American Horror Story. So that is my recap of the episode, American Horror Story, Red Tide, Season 10, Episode 2, Pale. As always, my name is Sharona from Pale Waits, and if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit the notification bell. And I love you guys 3000, and until I see you again, bye!